So I was able to play Slime Rancher 2, and just like Slime Rancher 1, you get dropped straight into this beautiful world. Just slimes, ranching, but 2. So you go ahead and begin the game in the observatory. This is some huge building, but when you come to find out, it's really the same amount of plots and stuff as the first game. And I wasn't really excited about that. I thought at first, I was like, oh, big area, it's gonna be so much more stuff. It's actually less stuff crammed into a bigger space. I'm not really the biggest fan of that. They took out some things that I really enjoy, and I think it's kind of dumb to not expand on anything. You get the same amount of plots. You get about, I think, 9 in the first area, and then you have 3 different expansions that you can get into, with one having a double expansion. They're okay. But you don't even unlock the crafting or anything anymore. You just go straight to craft. So if you go underground, you get crafting done, and you can make all your different stuff. You can get the jetpack. You don't have to unlock any other place. They removed all the quests out of the game, and you get the different people to talk to, but they're the same people. They're the same 5 people as before. I'm hoping that they flesh this out, and I really hope they bring back quests. I think the quest was a really cool mechanic, and I don't understand why they really removed it. There's no reason to remove it. If anything, there's more stuff now. There's more plorps and things. There's more different slimes that you can get, but I digress. So instead of working up to your way of crafting and things, it's just given right off the bat. You go underground, you have the different places to make things. You have your storage for different things, and you unlock all the different things by going and finding capsules around. I'm not really the big... And it's actually, it's a cool feature. I like it. They hide them in some pretty interesting places. They're all over. I do hope that they kind of make a differentiation between a decoration one and a main one, because I was so excited when I saw one. I was like, oh yes, new upgrade, let's go. And then it was a statue. So I really would like to see some kind of difference there, just to show if it's a utility or decoration. Just a little thing. I'm not excited with the farming. So everything's the same as Slime Rancher 1. There's no big difference. They're all the same upgrades. They're all the same silos. Everything's the same. Except you have a new type of food that you can't farm. The nectar. And it's super annoying. If you want to do anything with the butterflies, you have to have nectar. And the only way to get nectar is by one area of the map that only spawns at night and only spawns on a few plants. Not happy about that. They're super annoying to get, and you actually have to, you know, do it with a Gordo. It's not good. I'm not a big fan of that. I think that you should either be able to farm it or just let them eat something else, like a specific type of fruit or something. It's a butterfly, for Pete's sake. It can eat the juice. So give us a blender. I will take a blender. You do get the new butterfly slime, which I think is gorgeous. I think it's a beautiful slime. As weird as that sounds, how a slime could be pretty, but I do really enjoy all the new slimes that they get, and it's honestly really nice. However, it does create a different problem where more slimes means more tar. So when you add these butterflies, the angler, all these new types of slimes, which I'll have a list up above, you make a lot of tar. Once a slime eats a second plorp, then it becomes a largo, and then once a largo eats another different type of plorp, it becomes a tar. And when you're talking about 6+ different slimes in one area, you have a lot of tar coming up. You can get the water upgrade, but it takes a while. You have to get to another area, and there's a lot of small spaces, so tars just come all over the place and just multiply like crazy. So a lot of times I just had to leave. There was nothing I could do, and I believe that it's not necessarily a bad thing. I just think that the spawns should be a little fixed up. I think they're a little much. Besides having some smaller areas, overall the map is a lot larger. I do enjoy that. It's very big. There's a lot of new areas. Every single like special area is huge. But even with all this new space, there's not any story really. Once you get, you know, to the end of both islands, done. There's nothing else. It just feels like you expanded on the first one and took stuff away and then just re-imaged stuff. Instead of the notes, you get these little drones. Once you get to the end of the both sides of the map, you have these big, extravagant temples and stuff that go nowhere. So I'm really hoping that they get that sorted out fast, because I think that was just kind of dumb to leave out of the early access, because we want story. Like, I don't know about other people, but the ranching is fun and all for about 10 minutes, and then it's just annoying. And even then, all of the You have so many slimes that are just out in the wild. I didn't have any sense of money. I just took whatever I found on the ground outside my base, back in, made loads of cash, went back out again. So I really think that they should do a little bit more towards that. To me, it felt like I was just kind of rambling on through the game until I hit a dead end. I do like that they added more Gordos in this game, though. I think the Gordos are a really interesting mechanic, but what I would love to see is like a combination, like a Largo Gordo or something, where you have like a combination of a Gordo slime and another Gordo slime that has like some special trait completely different than a normal one. I think that would be a really cool mechanic to add both, because they also took out the keys. They took out the slime keys. You don't need those anymore. So I think that'd be a cool mechanic to add, along with bringing back the slime keys. I think there's a lot they could have done, and then instead they just took things out. I don't really understand why. And then, you know, match them up with like quests or something. Be like, go on an adventure to find the cat Gordo or something. You know, I think that'd be really cool, because you're just so disconnected. Like, the entire game feels disconnected right now. You know, even with the Gordos, you just upgrade your backpack, you take a singular backpack tank of food, and you're done. Overall, I'm not really happy with this early access. It's just a rebranded Slime Rancher 1, but without really any cool in-depth story. Like, that is what I loved about Slime Rancher 1 more than the ranching of slimes, because there is no real end goal with ranching. Even in the terms of me playing Minecraft and being addicted to it, I don't feel a sense of accomplishment ranching slimes in this game. It feels more like it should have been, you know, a beta for people to try out to make sure things work. I don't feel like things are fleshed out right. They have so much more they can expand on, and it's just not there. And I hope they fix it soon, because right now I think a lot of people are gonna have a problem, and it's just a DLC at this point. And, you know, some of the mechanics are clunky. The crafting is boring. You know, the machines are useless. I played through the entire game already, never having to make a machine, having to make the most basic of upgrades. So what is the point of what we have right now? And without the quest or anything larger than a Gordo, a ranch isn't really viable. You don't need it, because there's nothing that you need a bunch of stuff for besides money. But if money's your issue, go and just get the high price slimes. They're easy enough to find. They're everywhere. So in the end, I really have high hopes for this game. I really hope they bring more into it. If they don't, then it's going to be a problem. For $30 as of right now, I can't suggest the game. If there's a huge update that comes out that adds everything that I'm thinking, I would love to see it. But as of right now, I just can't suggest the game. So guys, I hope you did enjoy this review. Let me know what you think down in the comments about the game, and if you agree or not. And if you don't, that's fine. Let me know what you don't agree with, and let's just have some, you know, conversation. Or if you want to join my Discord down below, we have some gaming sections in there if you ever want to come and hang out and talk. Along with, I also stream on Twitch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5:30 CST if you want to come hang out there. I love talking about games and stuff, so any kind of conversation I'm down to have. Just let me know. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye!